Hello, everybody. My name is FDA.
And I'm eating a taco.
I'm some guy. I hear they call me Donnie.
I'm Sonic Movies.
I'm Mia.
And we're here to do a little LP for a little game called Sonic Pocket Adventure. It's you know what? A lot of people. I'm gonna dispel this rumor right off the bat. A lot of people like to say this was the first game Dimps produced. Technically true. A lot of people from Dimps did work on this game, but at the time this game came out, Dimps was not actually a legally formed company yet. So this wasn't actually Dimps' first game. So you're wrong.
This is also the first time Sonic was on anything other than Sega.
Exactly. It was a very and
Actually, no, Sonic Jam on the Gamecom.
The Tiger Gamecom, yes, very good point. Actually, there's the Tiger Game. For some reason, like at this point, Sega, because this came out in '99, Sega was still exclusively on their own consoles. But like Sega did for some reason just, let Sonic appear on a few handhelds. And it was always weird handhelds that not many people had. Because I had a Tiger Gamecom, and that system was terrible.
Yeah.
And this was of course on the Neo Geo, and this is actually a pretty good game.
Yeah, it's decent.
For what it's worth, this game is actually pretty nice. I mean, despite the special stages being annoying as fuck, the game isn't that bad. But boy, does the difficulty ramp up.
What, you don't like Sonic 2's special stages?
Yep, we'll see the special stages later on. I did include the first one for this part for convenience, but yeah, there are special stages that you have to get, just in a similar way as Sonic 1, but the actual special stages are Sonic 2's for some reason. I don't know.
Okay, I was making a joke about the Sonic 2 special stages. I didn't know they'd actually be here. I was just making a joke on the fact that the game looked like Sonic 2.
Oh, trust me.
I will say, in terms of the sprite, I know this is like 8-bit sprites. I like the fact
16-bit.
that Sonic's... Really?
It's 16-bit.
Dude,
it's a
Gareth
16-bit
getting
system.
fucking schooled.
I don't think... it's weird because it's kind of
It does
like...
look 8-bit. I think that it's not as 16-bit as like the Mega Drive.
It's
Not as 16.
It's about
Genesis
13.
does what Neo Geo don't. Genius. Well, I mean, it's kind of like the GBA. Technically speaking, it's a 32-bit console, but it looks more like a SNES or a Mega Drive rather
Yeah.
than say the PlayStation. You know. I will say though, I like the way his spikes like bounce back and forth as he's running. I think it's actually a nice little bit of animation.
The
Only a
animation
couple
is really
frames, but I
smooth.
like it.
Yeah.
Although one thing most people will notice is that this, as I said, game was worked on by the people who would form Dimps. Sonic Advance 1 is kind of just like an updated version of this game. It's nothing but rehashed stages. I even think a lot of the level progression is very similar to this, but most of the music in this game is actually just like 8-bit slash like crappier remixes of tracks used from the original games, sometimes with no rhyme or reason why they're selected for a level. This one actually, the special stage theme, one of the only original pieces of music composed for this game.
Which is exactly the opposite of what I expected when I was going into this game, but I was saying like on Twitter, hey, it's the same exact music. The only track in the game that's original, and it had to be the one I said they had the same music for.
I believe it's this and the credit themes are like some of the only pieces of original music.
Yeah, well,
And the ending
we'll
themes.
hear the credits theme later on, so...
We better do, Donnie, or you're fired.
Don't
Well,
they
it's not
have
the first
like
time, so-
Chemical Plant in the Not Angel? No, they have Angel Island's music in the Not Chemical Plant zone.
Well, it's weird. They have all kinds of crazy crap. Like there's levels that they played like Doomsday Zone in like a standard level. And like the best thing, I'm gonna spoil this right now. The final boss for this game is pretty much the Doomsday boss from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but for some reason it plays Sky Sanctuary's theme, which doesn't fit at all in that context.
Yeah, you can,
Whoa.
like, imagine my reaction when I heard that for the first time. It's like, this is so freaking unfitting.
I want to know who was in charge of selecting the tracks for this. Doesn't make a lick of damn sense. Smoothies, have you ever played or seen this game before?
Nope.
It's that game no one knows.
You know what? I actually, when I was growing up in school, a friend of mine had this, and I would occasionally just borrow this, the Neo Geo console and the game. Which, speaking of, our friend Jonathan, who does the Sonic Says podcast review, I've had his Neo Geo for maybe 6 months now with this game.
And
I
here
should-
he
I
is,
should-
Jonathan. Everybody, welcome on.
Hello.
But it's really like again, so many of the music choices are just weird. Like say we're in Neo South Hill Zone, which is exactly like Neo Green Hill Zone. Act 1 for some reason has the Sonic World theme from Sonic Jam. Act 2 had Angel Island Zone Act 1, and if we're gonna go into Secret Plant Zone, has Angel Island Zone Act 2.
It's not very secret if it's like in the middle of a city. Sorry.
Hey guys, it's Sonic 4 Episode 1.
Is it? Is it really?
May as well be.
Donnie, you saying it is weird how Dimps have made 3 games which are nothing but rehashes of like the original trilogy.
Do you
It's kinda weird.
really want Dimps to make an original level? Do you want that?
I'll give him this, and I'm sure Smoothies will maybe back me up in here. Some of the original stuff in it, Sonic 4 Episode 2 is pretty damn
Yeah,
good.
I like episode 2 a lot.
Yeah, episode 2 gets the official Smoothies I played this game seal.
Which doesn't mean he liked it, just means he played it. I believe Sonic 06 gets the exact same seal of approval.
It's not really a symbol of quality. It's just a symbol of how much time has Smoothie actually wasted his life on said
Is
game.
anything I do a symbol of?
It's weird because the old Nintendo seal of approval, but back in the NES days, used to mean that that Nintendo played it and it was up to a certain standard. Because when the NES first came out, Nintendo only wanted games of quality on their system. After a while, they were like, "We haven't got time for this." The seal just means it will work on our consoles and nothing else.
To be fair,
Basically.
there was a game that got denied the seal of approval, and that was Custard's Revenge, and that's for obvious reasons. But then after that, then it just became, well, we're only gonna have like 6 third-party games per year, and so if your game was one of those 6, then bam, there's your seal of approval. It didn't really mean fucking anything. Ocarina of Time has a seal of approval, and that thing is a programming disaster.
But also in the beginning, they would only allow publishers could only release 5 games a year, which is why you get things like Battletoads, made by Rareware. But if you play like, the cartridge, I believe it says it's produced by like Trade West or something. So companies would just make up like fake names for their company so they could release more games per year.
Kind of like FTCR with its videos.
You're fired. Get out.
Bye.
So we are now in Secret Plant Zone Act 2, which has Hydro City Zone Act 2's music.
Well, any chance to hear
Yeah.
the song, I suppose.
It's again, I wanted really. Was it like they had like a CD and they just put it on random? It's like, okay, this track's gonna go here because they don't. A lot of the times the musics don't fit, like at all. But whatevs. So Donnie, you were the one who has played and recording this for us. How far back does your relationship with this game go?
Yesterday. No.
Yes.
It may as well be. Like I've known about the game for like 4 years, I believe it was 4 or 5 years, and it took me that long just to find the damn game and be able to get it because it's that obscure and that like unknown and stuff. I only got it this Christmas, and it's Neo Geo Pocket Color. I forgot how annoying lighting is on 90s.
Oh, I
handhelds.
know, right? I tried playing it yesterday. I was like, how did we as gamers, like kids today have it freaking easy with their DSs and their like backlights and shit,
The
like,
Game Gear had a backlight.
yeah, well, screw the Game Gear. I'm talking about that console. I'm talking about the Game Boy, which is what I had, and like something like the
The
Neo
thing
Geo
that
Pocket,
everyone
like,
had.
Yeah, yeah. I think like literally, I've known 2 people in my life who have had this console, and they came from different countries. That's how like no one had this console.
Hey, I owned a Neo Geo home console, which I'm pretty sure was even worse.
Was that the ones where the cartridges were like just massive?
I believe so. I only use it to
Jesus.
play Samurai Showdown. All I remember about the Neo Geo home console is that if you compare inflation rates, it's technically the most expensive home console.
Oh yeah, how much?
I think like compared to other ones, by today's money, it reaches 1,000 or something.
Jesus.
It's like, yeah, I want to pay $1,000 for video games. Not happening.
Which, again, I will say to give, like, in terms of like, originality for this game, while the level themes and a lot of the tropes are stolen, all the bosses are pretty original. And I'll give it this, bosses in this game, I would say better than the bosses in Advance 1 or Sonic 4 Episode 1.
I'm quite sure that boss is like a rip-off, though, of like one from Sonic Advance. Well, not a rip-off, but would be ripped off by
They
Sonic.
stole it from the future, those bastards!
Flashback to the
Assholes.
future.
It's reverse copyright.
Whoa, where
Reverse
was my Aquatic
copyright.
Ruin ripoff? What? I'm confused now.
Yep, no. You know what's weird? So we're in Cosmic Casino, right? So this music that we're hearing now is the Gumball bonus stage from Sonic 3, and then Act 2 is going to be the Sonic and Knuckles slot machine bonus stage. And at what point did they think, I know, let's use
Casino Night.
Casino Nights? Although to be fair, I think at this point they'd gotten to the point where like if we use any of the like Sonic 1 and 2, because they I forget the gentleman's name. We're going to be on this point, but the gentleman who
Masato
composed
Nakamura.
that music. Yep, he owns that music outright. So
Yeah.
anytime like Sega reuse it, they have to pay him. So I think at this point they were like, because not many people have the Neo Geo, let's just use music from Sonic 3 and Knuckles. But still, you think they'd use like Carnival Night here? You know?
Or the one
Maybe
from
that's just
Sonic,
me.
the other one from Sonic 3 in the multiplayer.
Yeah, from Balloon Park.
Bloom Park, that's it, yeah.
I think Sonic is blue and he goes fast.
So Smoothies, how would you sum up this level? It's a level.
I don't.
Definitely a
No, Steven, I disagree. I believe that Sonic is white and he goes fast.
Oh my god.
Please don't. Please don't.
No.
I think it's yellow and brown.
But have you noticed that if you change the saturation, the dress doesn't give a fuck?
By the way, this is totally me not being lost at all and not wondering where the stages take me. So I you're supposed to go down and to the right. Right here is where you're supposed to go.
So, Donnie, I think that was a little obvious.
Yeah, it's a
Sonic,
Sonic
game,
game.
go to the right.
Who would have thought you'd go to the right?
To be fair, it's a platformer. Like I think that's the 99% of all you do in a platformer is go to the right and jump. Name me one platform where you go to the left. You can't. They don't exist.
Metroid.
Metro's not a platformer. Shut up, NBM.
At least they make the special rings a little bit easier to get. It's like they know like you're going to suck at these special stages, so here, let's make it easy to get to them.
Holy crap, I just realized something. Even in 3D Blast, you're mostly going to the right.
It's a platformer, dude. It's all, they also do it in movies. For some reason, going to the right is seen as your progression. So if you watch movies,
Yeah.
most times when people are going towards something, they'll be going from camera left to right. When they return home, they're going right to left. No idea why going to the right was deemed this is the way to progress, but that's the way it is, I guess.
I think it's just how we read. Because we read left to right, so there's the progression.
So basically, the Japanese versions of Sonic games are reversed because they read right to left.
Who fucking knows, man? Does Japan even exist? Have any of us seen it?
Are you saying that being right-winged is how you are
Yes, that is exactly what I'm saying.
What the fuck? I couldn't say the
high are
word
you?
progressive.
The second that I thought Smoothies had turned into a fucking mob, it's like what?
This is why he doesn't talk.
Yeah.
I just imagine now like just a drum shows up and Steven's trying to...
That happened.
Yeah.
So if I'm pretty sure if Ben Kalo was here, he would assure us this level was in no way influenced by Casino Night Zone.
It's not.
It's ripped off.
This is clearly inspired from the special stage from the Master System version of Sonic 1.
Yeah, they kind of got it wrong though, because in the original Casino Night, the background was black, not dark blue.
Well, see, in some people see the background as black, whereas you only see it blue because your monitor's wrong.
Oh my god.
There's also like a city in the background in Sonic 2.
I think
That's
there is
here
one
as
at
well.
the.
Is there?
Yeah,
Sweet, cool.
There's no parallax scrolling in any of
There it is. Because I know that like Casino Night,
And there's
the
stars
cool
beneath
thing
it.
is that you can look up and like the screen really scrolls up, so you can see like the whole night sky.
One thing I will say though is that a lot of time when there's water in the background like they don't do it with the changing of a few pixels, but if you stand still, the water is shown to be moving, which is kind of cool.
Hey man, what the fuck is this thing supposed to be?
I will say this is one of his best bosses ever. I'm just gonna stab the fuck out of him in a contained space, right? When there's bumpers everywhere, I'm just gonna stab him in the face. This game is the best Eggman there's ever been.
I like how even when Eggman has a gun, he still can't kill Sonic.
Even when he has a gun, he like at the beginning of like Lost World, he aims for the tornado's wing as opposed to just like Sonic's face.
No, he hit the propeller.
No, he hits. If you watch it, he hits the wing, but the cutscene's like, I had to fix the propeller. Like, no, Tails, the wing is clearly shown to be hit in that cutscene.
Later on,
You're an idiot, Tails.
Later on, don't they show Eggman's modern design? Like here, he's in the boss fight. He was in his classic.
Yes, there is. This game is the link between classic and modern because Eggman is shown to be changing from his like 16-bit like design to his like SA1 shirt design.
So wait, what? Yeah. Does he like eat a massive hoagie, get a stain, and he's like, well, this is the only outfit I have left?
Does that mean that this takes place before Sonic 4?
Hey guys, it's Sonic 4 Episode 1.
Yeah, I guess so.
If you look closely as well, Sonic actually has his like black pupils and stuff, and he actually gets his green eyes, his infamous green eyes. At the same time, Eggman gets his modern design in this game, so.
And I will say, this is obviously based on Aquatic. So, MBM, here is your aquatic ruin called Aquatic Relix. Great name there. And for some reason, we're using Mushroom Hill Zone Act 1, which I ain't complaining with because I freaking love Mushroom Hill Zone.
Yeah.
Which the order's weird. Like, I wonder if they're like, we can't make this a complete ripoff of Sonic 2. Just mix up Casino Night and Aquatic Ruin Zone. There you go. No one will know.
Adequate pipe.
It's so weird that the first acts of most of these stages has been them essentially trying to do a smaller version of the original stage, but then you get to Act 2, and it's like a completely different level, because at least with the Act 1s I've been able to follow. I mean, like, oh, that's a little different, that's closer, whatever, but once it gets to the Act 2, it's like, fuck this shit, this is a new game.
So it's kind of like the Dimps 3DS version of Generations, but they would just steal Act 1 from the classic game if it was a classic game, and like Act 2 would kind of be different.
Yeah.
So we are seeing so much of Dimps, what they would do in the future at this point. We're seeing, basically Sonic Advance 1 and Episode 1 here, and then we're also seeing the elements of Generations. This game is the pinnacle for Dimps.
If it ain't broke, continue to be lazy.
Well, no, to be fair, like, unlike Generations and say Advanced, well, maybe not so much Advanced 1, but like, Episode 1 and Generations, there's no copious amount of bottomless pits, there's no pointless bubble chains and stuff like that. Like, this is pretty close. I mean, yeah, every zone and idea, there's not a lot of original content, but this is pretty dang close to like actual classic Sonic gameplay, like in terms of his momentum, pretty good. Donnie, would you agree with that?
Yeah, I'd say for what it's worth, the physics in this game are rather nice. I mean,
better than
Sonic's a bit heavier compared to the Genesis ones, but
and it's weird. It's weird. He's heavier, but his rolling, like, it's not nerfed to the extent that Episode 1 was nerfed, but like the rolling isn't quite how it was in the Mega Drive games.
Well, because he was so heavy, that's why he lost the weight and he got so skinny for the adventure games. It was at this point that he got very self-conscious about his weight.
Because Knuckles was like, hey, did you gain weight? And I was like, you bastard.
Speaking of Knuckles,
I have a thyroid problem. Get out of my sight.
Do you die to him?
no.
So this is obviously based on the Knuckles fight from Hidden Palace Zone. And for some reason they play Flying Battery Zone Act 2 for this fight.
I like Red Sonic.
Red
Sonic is so much better than Sonic's.
Yeah.
Anyone else have an opinion on Red Sonic?
I actually Red Sonic is actually one of my favorite recolors in the entire franchise.
Oh, hi, Chaos Emerald.
Yeah, Knuckles just shat out Chaos Emerald because okay.
Give up emeralds or die. I don't love you.
This is also my favorite cutscene in the entirety of the Sonic franchise for one reason,
Yes.
one reason alone, and you'll see in a moment why.
This just proves how amazingly powerful Knuckles is. So it's like, what should we do, bud? Knuckles is just like, you know what? Fuck you!
What a dick.
And then that's how the
Thank
part
you.
ends.
Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you again on part 2.